Here you are, running against one of the most powerful women in the world.
Yes.
What are the issues you're running on? How has Nancy Pelosi failed the San Francisco voter?
Well, I think that the middle-of-the-road Democratic Party has failed the San Francisco voter, that clearly San Francisco voters are some of the most forward-thinking people in the United States, that we really grapple with the issues. We care deeply. We have an intense progressive voting record, and the middle-of-the-road Democrats do not represent us anymore. We clearly, as we've gone around town, have raised the issue of impeaching the president. It is a big issue in San Francisco. People pull the cards out of our hands when we discuss the idea of impeaching the president. We would never have gone to war. If you remember, the people of San Francisco shut San Francisco down, and that was many women my age who shut San Francisco down, women with children who stood in front of the federal building and got arrested. From day one, we were against the war. We knew it was going to end up like this. Why our leadership didn't do much more in order to intervene against what Bush was doing. Instead, unfortunately, Ms. Pelosi has voted for every single war appropriation that's come along. That is not how we think in San Francisco. And finally, the issues of global warming. I mean, this is a big bicycle town. These are people that care about the environment, that have been recycling. And we know it's very obvious that the polar ice caps are melting, that we have enormous problems with the fact that the temperature is erratic at this point, and we have not seen one response out of Congress until this year. And we've all been tracking the polar ice caps from up north to the south to what's going on in Greenland right now. Clearly, we're in a lot of trouble, and it's been an anemic response from Congress.
So you have these, I'm going to show this, I'm going to put this up right now. You have these wonderful signs, really wonderful. And your literature, you also have small postcards that are the same as the large signs. And these wonderful signs say, U.S. out of Iraq, impeach Bush, stop global warming. Mm-hmm. And this message is so well received by the public when we're out there campaigning. So tell me, what is why impeach Bush? What are the reasons? And what's your strategy for getting the U.S. out of Iraq?
Well, on the impeachment of Bush, I think that a lot of times I hear, but not a lot, but sometimes I hear, well, he's only got 2.5 more years. Well, in 2.5 years, he could do an enormous amount of damage, including going to war with Iran. And I feel like if we tie him up in terms of all their attention is on this impeachment thing, it's much better for us to pull them back and then rather give them the carte blanche to just kind of do whatever they want for the next 2.5 years. And the other part of it that's so disheartening to me personally is they impeached Clinton for a sexual indiscretion. And they have let George Bush get by with all kinds of horrible things, including the bombing of Iraq and gutting FEMA and putting it under Homeland Security. I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg, how they responded to Katrina. So there are many, many, many things for lying about weapons of mass destruction. The whole Downing Street memo never got a hearing, where it was clear before we even went to war in Iraq that they had a concrete plan to bomb Iraq, regardless of what the United Nations said. All of that needs to be investigated. It needs to get out on the table. Too many people have died. Too much money has been spent.
Yeah.